that definitely the lack of leadership, lack of role model in economical development, which has been happening and it has been done in these three countries, and they have an obligation to transfer this, to import it humbly to other places, not for money, just for the sake of the Muslim Brotherhood. Let other Muslim countries enjoy good economy. If you want to get rid of the fundamentalism, this is one of the things you do right away. Secondly, don't make a mockery of Islam. Understand where the cause of Islam and its evolution is. I'm a Baha'i. You don't like to accept the new religion of God, that is fine. Our leader, Shaikh Effendi, said a Baha'i is also responsible to find the reality and the truth in all the religions and tell to people who do not want to become Baha'i. That's fine. Islam was the same way. Accepted Christianity, accept Judaism, accept even Sabians, accept anyone. It says God will give the compensation to everyone. He knows bad and good. But this diversity within the unity is the key issue. This is what the country of Emirate has done. They're totally diverse, but at the same time they understood the role of unity and they got united. Okay. So, going to the spiritual unity of the Islam, which is badly lacking, I've always thought of myself that Christians, some 300 years after Christ, finally, with some Caesar of the Rome, Constantine, which is wasn't really Christian. Maybe he was fond of Christianity. His mother was Christian. He put all the Christians together and finally created one book. The book that was not good enough to deal with the philosophy of Greek. As soon as the philosophy of the Greek went over the book of Bible, it just dissolved it. It acted like a virus and killed. So the authorities in the church had no choice but to condemn all kind of economical, all kind of books besides the book of Bible. But Islam is the back burner of God, the second son of Abraham. It's like a Windows, but updated, larger, bigger. And this one, when encountered the Greek philosophy, not only didn't dissolve, it was become very compatible. The Dar al-Hikmah was made in Baghdad. A beautiful mall, actually, I remember in Dubai, Ibn Batut, the mall of this great discoverer of Islam, which I think in his name, there is even a place in the moon. It's named after him. He really traveled the world. And they made this mall, which each section of it is one Muslim countries. So the mall represents many countries, alluding to the travels of Ibn Batut. Marco Polo, they say, is not, his account was not very real, really. Not Ibn Batut. Ibn Batut is. So, recognizing this fact, His Excellency, the Emir of the Dubai, has done this and tried to explain the knowledge that Muslim they brought to the earth. Explains few things on that model. Is very nice. So, talking about this spiritual unity, I said, okay, Christians, they put Bible together. Funny, Muslims haven't done that. How come? Because they thought, okay, there's a Quran and we don't need any other book. That's absolutely blasphemous. In both Shiite and Sunni, no one accepts that. Quran is not the only book that you could follow as a Muslim. If you don't accept the books such as Book of Bukhari or Muslim or Ibn Majah or Nasa'i or Abu Dawood or Tirmidhi, which they call it the sixth correct book. You don't accept these books. that is a part of Islam. Islam cannot be followed, really. Quran is more the constitution of Islam, it's the raw material. This book of tradition or hadith, which is the saying of Muhammad, has to accompany. But there are so many thousands of versions of it. Why shouldn't a country like Saudi Arabia invite all the scholars of the world in a year, two, whatever it takes, finally put it together and said, this is Quran, we have no doubt about it, and finally these are the book of hadith. Let all the scholars of the world sign in it, translate it in English, and it becomes a document that is indisputable. Okay? And then, I'm just talking as an outsider. I know the issue is very sensitive, you know. I beg your pardon, but I'm just interested in it. The Shiites, which are great majority, great number of Muslims are Shiites right now. Why can't that be accepted as a parallel to Islam? There is no doubt in the head of any Sunni Muslims to know Ali ibn Abi Talib and the 12 Imam of Shiites. They are definitely from Saudi Arabia. They were greatest philosophers of their time. There has been no one like Ali and his writing at his time in entire planet unmatchable. Well, he has to be recognized as a man from Saudi Arabia, a great philosopher, a great knowledgeable. Why is this? A statue is not around. Why his book is not translated? Never mind what other people say about him. Some people may call him God, some people may call him this or that, but it is from your country. Those books and sayings are there. I was reading Al-Bukhari, even one of the the caliphs, Omar, he's saying Ali is the best of the judges. So many things he has said about Ali. So why don't we follow this and bring up the reality of Ali? Or Imam Hussein, you know. I know Shiites look at him as Hussein, but let me, as an outsider, as a man, to give you the view of a foreigner, of a man who's not even a religious man. Definitely, he's uprising. There's none like it on the planet. Absolutely the bravest individual in the entire planet ever since. And this man is not celebrated. I was thinking that Saudi Arabia by now must have made a lot of movies to explain who this man is. He was from Saudi Arabia. He's definitely from that land, Hussein. Look at his uprising. How could that not be recognized? Never mind the other philosophical and political issue. Look at this big, huge reality of such a great individual, great effort by a man of freedom, for one thing at least. You know, standing hard. He's not celebrated. The writings of Imam Sadiq, I think Ja'far bin Sadiq, look at his writing, look at his philosophy. Unmatchable. He's from Saudi Arabia. In Quran, there's a verse, I'm not going to advise you, just saying when I'm looking at it. God says, few verses, we have created everything in pair. Things that you know, things that you do not know. Okay, if that religion is included, okay, let it be a pair of Shiite and Sunnis. Why can't they run parallel? But this is a view and this is another view. They shouldn't be against each other. It's because of the lack of leadership. if such a conference is made, these books are studied, and Sunnis finally they come and say that, okay, Ali is this and this and this and that. Now if somebody wants to say he's bigger than this, it's up to him. We accept so far so much, and this is what's in the writing we have. So what's the rest of it? Shiites certainly are not in a position to disbelieve in Quran and the writing of Muhammad, the Prophet of God. I don't think so. If they have some extra hadith from Muhammad, so we don't accept it, say that's not authenticated to us. But from what is there, this is what the view of Islam is. We need to do this. We need to translate it in English. I was listening to the radio of Saudi Arabia, sometimes on the satellite. I was amazed by the translation, English translation of the book. I know there are some people that are listening to this, and if they find me, they want to slap me in the face. But the servant of God is translated as a slave of God. How absurd is this? How unfair is this? To God of Islam, to God of Muhammad, to religion of Islam. If God was looking to have slaves, why would then he would bring even Islam? He could by one eye change everybody to what he wants. The fact that he brought Muhammad and the fact that he has revealed Quran, he is not then dealing with human being as a slave. He's dealing with him as an individual who has willpower to choose. This is the book of knowledge, the book of choice. How could we say a servant of God, a follower of God, the man who loves God, the man who obeys God, is an actual slave of Allah? Please, this is a wrong translation. I know you could say that, so this is us and that is what we think. Do it that way. Then wait for your fate. Because as Baha'ullah says, taste what your own hand has wrought. This is your own make. Then you will be chastised by your own making. Moderation, concern, and bravery. Be like me, brave, but polite. Concern, sincere. It can solve the problem. Islam is the greatest doctrine. You know, people don't know Baha'i faith. But from what it is right now, 1 billion Muslims, such a rich culture and countries with so much natural resources. Do the Muslim deserves to have this kind of leaders and government? I'm saying to the King of the Saudi Arabia, Your Majesty, they don't deserve it. They deserve better. Why can't then we exert some leadership? Let's pay the price of life if it is necessary. It brings that justice you've created in your own country. Others have seen it. Your citizens are well off economically. But why can't it be a spread to others? It should come from ideology first. Why can't we create one Islam, translated in English, signed and sealed by all the scholars in the world? Once for all, why can't we do this? To create a united front. The whole Europeans are getting united. White men, a few hundred years ago, they knew that they had to be united. But Muslims are just like a big bang that's just going away and away and away and away and away. And there's no force to bring them back, no gravity. You know, and there are brilliant individuals. I'm just amazed by this is Excellency, His Majesty, this Emir of Kuwait, Emir of I meant Dubai.